My expectations coming in were to be surrounded by a group of very warm and smart people, that we would have a very intentional process for how we related to each other, and that we would create a space to have potentially some challenging conversations. And I think that is exactly what we had. And somebody else put it, I think, very nicely this morning. You know, since we concluded the first 2 days of meeting and figuring out who we are as a network, and they said, we accomplished maybe more than we expected, but also less than what we expected. So I am very pleased with the process, with how things unfolded in developing this network, and I expect in the future, if that's part of the question, I expect that, like, we've now laid the foundation for a space where we can gather, where we can share resources in a very broad sense with each other. So share our expertise, share our opportunities, also share challenges, and work together to meet those challenges. So we're no longer trying to address issues and even take on opportunities just by ourselves in our own little area of the world. Now we have a system across the world that we can rely on. It's been very magical. That's not too much of a cliche. It is so beautiful here, and I really appreciate how the organizers, Relational Lab and Institut Relacional, and the individuals, you know, everybody was very thoughtful about, well, let's have it in a beautiful location, in a beautiful city, at a beautiful time of year, and let's use that. Let's actually basically use every single element of the situation to make this as welcoming a process as possible. So I just really appreciate the thoughtfulness that was put in at every step of the way. And also, there was a lot of, I want to say, courage. There was a lot of willingness to speak up when there were challenges in the process. And I also think, you know, as was said this morning, it was not easy. It's not an easy group of folks to facilitate. All very intelligent. Everybody's expert at facilitating, so everybody gets involved. But folks were very attentive to both the process as well as the outcome. So sometimes you get so caught up in the process and you lose sight of the amount of time that as it runs out, you might lose sight of the quality of the output. But I think folks really wanted to leave here with something that we could all be proud of. And I think that's what we did. Yeah.